Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Wednesday, December the 10th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, today was a day completely different from yesterday. I found very, very tiring to trade today. Now, if you remember yesterday, the SPY started down, but then it basically had a nice trend all the way up for the rest of the day. And when that happens, you can get into some momentum stocks. The bounce plays all work very well, and that's why I think yesterday was a really, really strong day for us. At least the types of trades that I like to do. Today, completely the reverse. Here's where the SPY opened, and it was already down, and then it started down a little bit of jog, and this was a very boring time right there. I mean, nothing really happened, and then this happened, and it really took off to the downside. So, if you were trying to do any bounce plays, any momentum plays, it was really, really tough. In fact, I tried a couple with tight stops and all, but it's really you're sort of beating your head against the wall to do these. So, having said all that, let's take a look at what I did do today. Again, it was very tiring. I probably hear it on my voice, but excuse me. Now, MZOR, this came, I do my evening scan and I get my stocks that I think might have some best potential for the next day. And MZOR was on here. And if I go to the daily chart, you can see maybe why I was looking at this one. So remember, I saw this yesterday. And so I thought, okay, here's a high of 1569 up there. So we got a bit of resistance up there, but in this level here, I thought it looked pretty good. So when I saw this breaking free of all this, downtrend, people, wondering is this thing ever going to move, and then it does. So I decided to take the trade, and let's see what happened. It actually would have worked out pretty well. I took the trade right here at 1468. And, I really should have just sold it right up here. I mean, it tried to get through 15. This is 1505 right here. Sorry, let me just turn off the my sound alerts. There we go. And it got as high as 1503, but the bid was, I think the bid at that time was still probably 1490, 1503. I was really hoping that the bid would get above 15, and then I thought if that happened, it could tack on maybe another 20 or 30 cents. But I guess I got a little greedy, and with the way the market was, I really, really should have sold it in this area here. But I decided I held on, and even through here, I held on, which is not like me. Usually, what I do is, when I get into a trade at say 1468, when it comes back down there, I will definitely sell it. And but I held on a little bit. No, it didn't. I got out at 1463 right in the nick of time because you can see this candle came way down and it's doing nothing right now. So it just didn't work out, and but I would do it again. I think just maybe the market conditions didn't lend itself to it. Now LE was you know really, really tough one, and this is the opportunity that was missed by probably a lot in the room too. And it was tough to get into this trade because it was very spready, was whipping all around. You needed a lot of intestinal fortitude on this one. And, I mean, it's down $4 right now, but at one point, 42, so it was down another, probably about $8. And, it started off weak. We knew this. We were following it in the pre-market, and it was one of the ones, I had a couple selected for the potential reversals, and this was my, I guess, call it my numero uno. And it was so hard to get into this. Now, I did take this briefly. It's hard to see on here, but when it popped over, this top, maybe I can expand it just a little bit. Okay. Well, this line there, this line right there, the top one is 4404, and I was able to sell half at 44.45, and then I actually lost on the on this when this candle just whipped right down. Remember, this is only a 5-minute candle, so we're talking about a range 44.26. uh, to 43, 47, so almost a dollar. And I'll bet you, this, if I bet you that happened even more quickly if I went to another time frame. But I was able to get out just under the whole number at 43. What was it? 43.98. So I lost, I guess, 6 cents on the back half, and I just really, unfortunately, could not. Now let me just back this out a little bit more. I just couldn't bring myself to get into this trade. And I suppose by all rights, this wasn't a bad looking pattern right here when it broke through the high here. Could have taken in here, but I think it was still like the spread. Well, we're talking a spread of sometimes 40 or 50 cents, and so it was really tough to commit. But again, I know I've said in the past that if you get something spready like that, then maybe only take 50 shares even. Okay, so that if it drops a dollar on you, well, you're out $50. But at least you're in the game, and that's probably what I should have done. But I was just sort of hamstrung by all this action here. But you can see what happened. I mean, from here, 44. I mean, it hit a high of $48. So it was a huge opportunity loss. I mean, even here, argument could be made. You could take it over 46 right here. Just didn't do it. Again, I was just sort of sitting on hands on this one. But anyway, there'll be another one tomorrow, like this, I'm sure, one that's really beaten up, and we just have to, I just have to be a little smarter about it, Dan, because this was a good opportunity that went by the wayside. Save. No, Save yesterday, of course, was all over the place. This was one of the big recovery plays. And so it was on our radar, my radar anyway, as something to be watching. And of course, one of the reasons why the market was down again today is that oil, I think, was down over a dollar. So um, that gave, of course, the excuse to sell off the market. And now the airlines, in theory, should be moving up with cheaper oil prices. So had this one on the, but see, look how choppy this is. I mean, it's just really hard to trade something like this. But when it broke over the whole number of 75, I did get into the trade, and I was out. I see I don't have it marked here, but I was out. Actually, I was out half at 75.50, and the other half at 75.42. So I guess I just forgot to mark the 75.50, which would be just right there. So it was an okay trade, but it wasn't easy. I mean, again, it was flopping all over the place. And look what happened right after that. It just collapsed, and then it's up, and then it's down, and it's down now. So really difficult to get good entries, good solid entries, without trying to guess. McDonald's. Oh, this was a tough one. Some people got hurt on this one. This was a bounce play. Here are the candles coming down, and it looked like McDonald's was going to hold. And so I took the trade at 90.24, and it looked like it was going to hold. It was over the whole number, and I think it popped up maybe to 90.27, and but then about the third time that it hit 90.17, I decided I had enough. So I got out in this green candle right there, and look what happened right after that. I mean, McDonald's is not usually this dynamic of a trader. So I mean, it dropped down 40 cents in about, and this candle, it happened in seconds. All of a sudden it was sell, 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 and I unfortunately think a couple of people got trapped in it, but it did recover a little bit, but hard to it sort of it does something to your confidence when a stock like McDonald's can do that to you. I mean, you think, okay, you put a stop in, and and I mean, my stop was more mental than anything, but I mean, truly, I could have probably said, okay, whole number, which would have been a little wide for me at 90.24, but it just blew right through the whole number. So I was lucky enough to get out right here. And let's see, the last one I did. Let's see what it's doing right now. Yeah, I'm glad I'm out. Um, Dan Merkin, actually our CEO, popped into the room and mentioned this one. And maybe on another day, this may have flown. Now, biotechs were doing okay today, and I actually traded this twice. I was watching. He mentioned it about right here, and so I watched this little flag, and then right here I took the trade on as it was getting up. I think what was it? It was 2160. Actually, no, 2154. I took the first time. You see it popped up, And then it came right back down. And so I exited the trade at 2160. So I was in at 2154 and exited at 2160. Now at this time, the SPY was collapsing. If I bring out the SPY, I think it was right here. It was right here. So everything was kind of going down. So even though it was a biotech and kind of trading on its own, I mean I can't say exactly that this is why it went down, but certainly it was moving up smartly, and then it just faded badly. But I decided to keep watching it, and I thought, okay, it didn't collapse too severely. It went down to 2135, and then as it was coming up again, I decided to take the trade again at 2160, and this time I sold at 2178 that point. And I just before I did this video, I sold it at 2160 right at my buy. So again, nothing spectacular, but I have to admit that this one probably what am I doing? Sorry, I have to go to the daily chart. This one probably will come onto my evening scan. I mean, it's up. It's certainly up enough, $1.73, but it's up eight and three quarter percent, and tremendous great volume relative to what it normally does. And let's just take a look at the weekly because I always look at the weekly too to see where it is. Yeah, you see. I mean, this is definitely going to be on my scan for tomorrow. So you see this, my best 10 as I call it. I mean, sometimes I got 9, sometimes I've got 12 in here, but my best 10. This will certainly be on there to see if can have some more push through for tomorrow. And let's see, is that it? Yeah, that is it. So again, bushed. I am bushed. It's really mentally tough to keep scrounging around and scalping here and there and seeing nothing really move for a long time, and then all of a sudden, you think something's good like McDonald's, and boom, it just tears you apart. So um, that's it for now, for today. And again, just want to bring up the, excuse me, the cover page. Here's the address to get in, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. And I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.